Okay, hello. So this is a Panthera who is formerly known as Epsilon. They won like worlds and such against Hungry for More. It's kind of a hodgepodge of a bunch of Titan guys along with some guys that people haven't heard of. But Panthera bands out Odin, Hungry for More bands out Soul. These are both pretty common bands. What you should expect from this game is Panthera to just dumpster Hungry for More. Panthera's former champion is currently in first place. Hungry for More is like 1-7 heading into this. I believe they're the bottom of the Pro League right now. As Kepri's been out by Panthera. These are pretty standard bans. Yanu's been out by Hungry for More. So looks like they wanna shut down like like Yaman. Despite the fact that like Yaman, I don't think is known for his Janus. Like when I think of Yaman, what I think of is the weird like hunters like in the mid lane. As Panthera picks up Kronos first pick, should be interesting whether or not that's mid or ADC. It's gonna be more likely mid. Yamin seems to like attack speed characters in mid lane, as Raijin and Fenrir are picked up Hungry for More. So from this, like, it's a pretty obvious what they're gonna do. So what they're gonna do is Fenrir is gonna ult somebody, stand still, Raijin is gonna ult, and basically just do 4 like damage shots right to their face. As Panthera picks up Apollo, this Apollo is a top pick now, all because of Throwing Dagger being in the game now. Ares, okay, this is the best possible pick right here. So, like Ares is actually going to force Fenrir, like and Raijin ults, right? Because they give crowd control immunity, and same with tier. So basically, Ares is really going to like nullify like the mid jungle ult combo by Hungry for More. If I were Hungry for More, I would have banned the Ares, because like Ares is the one god that I think is best served like to go against this combination. A Wheelix is banned. Interesting. If anything, I'd like. Well, okay, I guess Adapting played a really good Wheelix last week. It's probably a counter ban. Hoi been on the side of Panthera, as Hungry for does not have an ADC pick yet. And Athena banned out as well, because there's no support on the side of Hungry for More yet either. Hungry for More, they're gonna start the second pick phase on Geb. Expect a Thor here, because I don't know why you ban a Wheelix before you ban Thor. That's actually a misplay. If you ask me, I would rather ban the Thor than the Wheelix. There you go, Thor. Yeah. So, cause think about it. Like Ares pulls them all in, Thor dunks on top of them, and it's a great time. And for Geb's pretty good counter at Ares, because what Geb can do is Geb can shield the the pool. So Osiris is picked up. That'll go to Dimmy, and it looks like the solo lane, and that's a good counter to tier actually, because what's gonna happen is that Osiris is going to ult on top of tier and basically prevent a tier's healing, and then just, which is pretty much half of a tier's kit. So in order to prevent tier's healing, he's gonna be pretty easy to kill, as Rama is locked in for Hungry for More. Ataraxia really loves Rama. Not surprised to see it. And you're gonna see throwing dagger on Rama as well. Um, it, Ram is also Ram. I'm not sure how you pronounce the Hindu names, but Ram is a good pick as well because of throwing dagger. Let's see, it starts here. Throwing dagger OP over this. Interesting. I would have expected to mark a Vanguard out of Geb, because something tells me that the Ares is going to push him out a lot early. Maybe Mark the Vanguard would have been better served. We'll see how the landing phase works out over there on the left hand side. As yeah, pretty standard start for most of us. Yeah, like, it's funny because it seems like every time that Thor's play, like, the enemy mid laner picks up a Dynasty Plate Helm. By the way, I finally figured out what exactly that the name is. Celestial Legion Helm, I think, is the tier 3. Dynasty Plate Helm is, I believe, the one on the far right of the tree. So yeah, that'll be a Dynasty Plate Helm, not a Celestial Legion Helm. I've messed that up plenty of times, but yeah, I don't build it very much. I think that's why I don't know the name very well. As Hungry Part is gonna pick up the left-hand Harpies, because, in my opinion, they have better clear. As adapting and Raffer blinked, and Shane's and adapting. Okay, so I'll tell you right now, as it should be kind of obvious because it's Panthera against Hungry Part, but Panthera wins this, right? But basically, what I want to show you guys this video is basically like, if you want to learn how to play Smite 100% correctly, you just need to watch the Panthera mainly, because they're just former world champions. In my opinion, Epsilon was probably better than Cognitive Prime. Like I'd take the season 2 world champions over the season 1 world champions. I just would, as that's a dead variety. Yes, First Blood. No, not First Blood. They saw First Blood onto adapting. So 2 early kills before the 2-minute mark, mind you. As they're already up by about 800 gold, about 500. That's First Blood, but yeah. Again, you're seeing Raijin not do well in the Pro League. I think the main reason you're not seeing him do well, right, is simply because the 1 is an awkward ability and it's his main damage, but it's so awkward to hit. Unless of course the target is, a stunned or whatever. But he's just awkward to play, and there's no reason to pick Raijin. There's no reason to pick Raijin, especially when gods like Scylla recently got buffed, as it looks like the solo laners exchanged ultimates there. But there's really no reason to pick Raijin, if you ask me, especially with the Scylla buff, and the Poseidon is always good, and even Zeus is actually finding his way onto the scene, and Cronus as well. But yeah, mid lane's interesting. Not to mention that there's plenty of hunters right now that can be played mid lane. So I don't I think that Raijin is pretty overrated. I think Raijin's only good in the hands of a master player, which to me he's A minus tier. For the Pro League, but I'd say if you actually played him and say Casual Conquest, I feel like he'll do okay. But in my opinion, that against coordinated teams he'll get dumpstered, as a lot of ults were burned by both sides. Actually, no, it was one ult for, looked like 2 ults, as yeah, no kills for either side. You know, you saw Geb ult, along with the Raijin ult. Sorry if I freaking yawn. I don't know, just lazy Saturday. But yeah, let's look back at builds. Oh, IRAFR gonna get a pool. Like I said, okay, that is a perfect example, like, of what I said previously, like about this Ares pick, right? Ares is actually going to force the 2 ults that are meant to combo together to get kills. So for example, now that Captain Twig's ult's down, like, chances are Hungry for More will not engage until that's back up. Along with Pretty Prime's ult is also down from that last engagement, over by the backguard beast. But or the red buff, I should say. That's a more accurate location. But Timmy is definitely setting the pace, like for the lane, and that's mostly how he wins lane. As tier ult down for whatever reason, like, I mean, I get what he's trying to do, but too little. I guess you gotta hit that kind of stuff. As interesting, you're seeing Geb build into Hide of the Urchin when you're behind. I don't build Hide of the Urchin from behind, right? Because Hide of the Urchin from behind, like, you're gonna get very little stacks, right? And so I just don't think I'm gonna get very many stacks. And if anything, I think IRAFR is just gonna build into, like, aura items in order to counter, or in order to stack his passive, right? As that's that variety. Variety just tried to dive 1v3 and try to get a good tier fearless off. I remember this play since I watched this game live. They do trade out 1-for-1 here for junglers, but then Hungry for More, for some reason, thinks that they can get more kills. As Ataraxia does pull off some good snipes, but you don't fight into a 4v2. You just don't. I don't know why Ataraxia did the right thing there. I just think, you know what, I'm not sure who exactly makes the calls for this team. I'd imagine it's Cinder, but I definitely would not have gone in there. Like, I would have taken the 1-for-1 trade, and then I would have got myself out of there. As Hungry for More is gonna try to sneak a Gold Fury. Never mind. Looks like Panthera spots it, and they're gonna scare Hungry for More away from it. 6-1, read the kills, close to 8 minutes. But yeah, let's look at builds. Standard stuff for the most part. Like I said, you're gonna see as Hungry for More steals a Gold Fury. I think that's the downside about the Ares pick. Ares can't really steal objectives as well as, like, a Bacchus or like a Geb or even like a Sobek could steal an objective, right? Like, Ares doesn't have any major, like, burst to burst down the Gold Fury, and not to mention that his ult, you know, like, channels instead of being instant, like a Geb's. So yeah, that's actually a good call by Hungry for More for the most part, as IRAFR just got cut out walking across mid lane. Do you have his ult? Yeah, I would have liked to see him ult to avoid the CC. Maybe force them into tower, but because of the fact that Radford doesn't have any magic protections online yet, he's going to be super squishy to what pretty prime, considering the fact that pretty prime is actually about halfway towards the pen cap. These are very standard builds, mind you. I mean, obviously Panthera is building correctly. I mean, that's why they're world champions. But yeah. I guess the main talking point for me so far is that Geb had the Urchin. If, like, in my opinion, like what that is that's an example. That's an example of, I guess, people doing the same build every game and not really building like to fit the situation. For example, like if I'm behind, instead of building into Hide the Urchin, I would have gone into Spirit Robe, right? Because Spirit Robe doesn't need to be stacked. It gives you CDR, which is good for the Geb Shield Geb ult. Speaking of Geb ult, it's on Emilito. I don't know why you would ult there. Like, if I'm Geb, like, I'd only ult like when I have friends nearby. Like Zindern should have just gotten out of there and not wasted anything. In my opinion, Zindern. So this is how I feel about Hunger for More as I refer. Forces the Raijin ult. This is exactly what I was talking about. As Ataraxia tries to put in damage on the backline, mainly misses. But what I've noticed about this Hunger for More squad, right, is that basically that the only players performing well for me is, okay, so I forgot to mention, but the double globals as Zindern's out of position. Yeah, so like I was saying, I feel like the only players performing for Hungry for More are honestly the former like Titan guys. So Atarax, okay. So the thing about Titan was this: is Titan individually like was not that good, okay? Like individually, they just weren't. But what's that? They played as a they played as a single unit, so therefore that the individual players looked better, despite the fact that they were obviously inferior. I feel like that's what you're seeing with Ataraxia and Pretty Prime and this whole team. Is I don't think that they're very good like individually, but I feel like once Hungry for More like synergize as a team better, then we will see them do well. So like I don't think they'll do well in the spring split, but I'd say like the middle of the summer split is probably when this team's gonna, I guess, like turn up like like in a positive direction. As Hungry for More lose 2 on the right hand side. They're just all spread out on the side of Hungry for More. They're not in position to defend the T1 tower in mid lane, as that's gonna be goal free for Panthera. Looks like they have 2 ADCs. I forgot to mention that as well, but you know, like the double ADCs is gonna help late game because of the fact that the double ADCs are just going to shred the tower, like all the towers, like the phoenixes and such. Structures are gonna fall down really quickly, as you saw that Geb die, right? I feel like because of how bad that he got like a CC chained, I feel like Spirit Robe really would have helped him. The passive gives him 15% damage reduction, right? And so I feel like he could have lived a lot longer with Spirit Robe there, considering how bad that he got a CC chain depth. As Amelito really likes stealing the enemy red buff. It's an interesting strat. You don't see it much out of the hunter role. Most of the time you see it out of the I don't know why adapting went into that. Like no one else was in position, but adapting to do something there. Or actually, it wasn't really adapting to something, right? I guess it was Ataraxia doing something wrong. Ataraxia beats, right? Despite the fact that Geb was right there to shield. And if I recall correctly, that the official high-risk casters talked about this. But I feel like that because Panthera plays close together so much, like people pretty much expect like a group up, and so I guess he expected more and he only got adapting. But yeah, like if I'm Ataraxia, I would not have popped beads there, and I think because of that, Panthera is gonna force a fight with Ataraxia, because Ataraxia will be a free kill unless of course that the Geb shield is placed onto the ROM. As so I'm just looking. Oh, so Raptor's building correctly, in my opinion. I believe we talked about the season 2 support core Heartward Sovereignty. Like Ares is definitely one of the characters that you could pull that off on, because of the fact that just because of the fact of his passive, right? The passive, I don't know, I'm just gonna explain it to you, but I don't know how much magical power it is, but basically the more aura items that you have, the more magical power you get, or I think it's like 20 magical power for every aura item. As looks like he has 2 now, because Pestilence with the aura of the anti-healing, and obviously Sovereignty. Itchvul coming out onto the Itchvul is coming out onto the Osiris, right? But the main thing I'm seeing with the Osiris build, I don't know why he built Midgardium. I mean, I get it gives you a lot of health, not very much protections, but they're not really attack speed heavy on Side Hunger 4. Like, besides Ataraxia, like, there's no attack speed damage at all. It's none. If you want a physical defense, like, besides Breastplate, I feel like you could have gone into a different item. I'm trying to think what that item would be, but like I think he could have gone into even something like a hybrid item, so that way that he's not delaying his his magical power so much, as his not magical power but magical defense, as Emilito. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, you can see Hunger 4 right there. Like, they're like riding Skull Fury, and they don't know, because of where Emilito is standing. The only way to see Emilito doing that Skull Fury would have been to actually be like in the pit, right? because what happens is basically like the people will award the outside, like the outside of the Gold Fury circle, so that way that when the other team pulls it out, like they can clearly see it. But that doesn't work because of Panthera's Gold Fury strat right there. That was great, and that is a high level play that you expect from like season 2 world champions. As you're seeing a lot of Genji's guard, right? I don't remember what they did, but I know they changed the passive to where it wasn't garbage, which is nice. Oh, it was, if you take magical damage, ability cooldown is actually reduced by 2 seconds, I guess, for all your abilities. And though that occurs once every 30 seconds, it gives you the 80 magic protection, 10 cooldown reduction, and 20 MP5. So yeah, that's why you're seeing that. And I believe Oni's Hunter's Garb is, I think, the one with the stacks. Yes, it is. But it, in my opinion, is better than it was, because it's once every 10 seconds you gain 15 magic protection. Yeah, so like, I think that tree is definitely much more valuable. Wait, did I miss anything when I was... Oh, Emilito died. You guys saw that. I didn't. But, yeah, I was talking about Oni's Hunter's Garb and Genji's Guard and such, but you guys saw it. I I actually do remember that. I do remember what happened. Emilito, I believe, was at the tier 2, and I remember it was, I believe, Pretty Prime picked him off, if I recall correctly. Because what happened was, look, the Emilito tried to push the issue too much against Ataraxia. He kind of played too far up front for me. Are we seeing another How to the Urchin on Built by Hungry for More? Why? You're down 8k gold and you have 3 kills. And if you expect to get 10 kills for I think it's another example of you aren't changing your builds properly, like for the situation. That's straight up what this is. As it's an identical hunter build, mind you. I think that's the best build right now. That's why you're seeing both hunters pick up the exact same build as such a dead variety. Looks like, nope, not punished. Reginald is random. He tried to pull him in, but didn't pull him in enough to get to the tower. So, just wanted to let you guys know, after this video is uploaded, I only have 4 teams that I haven't made videos on. Trying to think. It'd be Leftovers, Torpedo, Eager, and I think Allegiance. I know today, I believe today is the European Games, because it's recorded on Saturday. As adapting, hitting the, like, was that a no-look double tap on a Captain Twig? That was a no-look double tap. Granted, you would expect these kind of things from, him at this point. But yeah, so I know Torpedo and Leftovers both play against Fnatic. My next video will most likely be one of those, depending on what's interesting. But I need an NA game, like in between the two. But like, I don't think Eager or Allegiance play. I might do like Allegiance versus Randozos or something. Anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna try to cover every team. God. Cause unless of course the Sunday games are good, but like I'll look at the schedule, but we'll see what is cooking with that. Breast, yeah, okay. So, this is my point, right? Is that Zindern rushed. So Zindern rushed Hide the Urchin like after boots and still has 0 stacks. I just don't understand. Why? Basically, like I said, this game you just gotta play like Panthera, as Semolito is getting too greedy again. Hey, I mean he has 1 stack now on to his Hide the Urchin. So does Zindern, but 1 stack, it's just not enough to make it valuable, as he still gets bursted. I would like to see Spirit Realm, right? Because actually having a Spirit Realm would actually put him at full like a CDR. So just don't build Hide the Urchin against a scene that you're gonna get dumpstered by, as I don't know what Captain Twig was doing. Did he have beads? Did he have beads? So he could play that. He could have played that a lot better. I think I would have brutalized. I think I would have brutalized past Panthera, and then what we would have done is I would have beads to the Ares chain. Then I would have, jumped at top of the Fire Giant, considering the fact that you can't hit the Fire Giant, like while in Fenrir ult. So that was really pointless. As you're seeing Oni Hunter's Guard, which was the second item we were talking about. That's also a really good item. Honestly, I actually really liked that. Hi-Rez actually buffed some of the magical defense items, so that way that we aren't seeing like only bulwark, which was getting boring. It was like basically what it came down to was like four bulwark of hopes, like a per game, which was insane. But yes, but now you're gonna see a variety. You're gonna see Genji's Guard, you're gonna see Oni's Hunter's Guard. You're still gonna see bulwark, as you can see. Demi built it. Is 4-man Ares ult. He forced like every freaking enemy ult, as Yaman has to ult back. Yaman's not gonna be in this fight for a while. IOFR is taken out by Captain Twig. That's another stack for Hide the Urchin, for their useless Hide the Urchins. As looks like they're just gonna take the birds pretty cleanly here. They're gonna go for N. They're gonna take the right bird. Oh, they're just gonna go for it. Emilito ults up into the sky. That's actually a good idea. In case this team gets wiped, he'll just jump down. I don't think they'll get wiped though, as poor building by Hungry for More, and also the fact that Panthera is kind of, like a Panthera, means that is the end of that. Like I said, you don't build Hide the Urchin from behind. It's not a good idea. You're not gonna get very many stacks, and you're just gonna sit there, and it's gonna be a wasted item slot. Just get your Spirit Robe and be done. Another thing to note, that there are now good magical defense items, besides Whole Work of Hope now. So if I would probably like look out for that. Yeah, it's the same god meta. I might talk about the rise of Bakasura sometime soon. So I would expect a game like that in the near future. But yeah, basically, moral of this video is you have to play like a Panthera, and chances are, like, you probably will do pretty well. So I'll see you all next video.